Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Matt.
I'm Pop-Pop.
I'm Mimi. I'm Ronnie. I'm Kelly.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
Girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Little guy, hey, good morning, good morning. Good morning, guys, good morning. Oh no. Oh, that's very sad. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to have you. Currently, we're getting our strawberries harvested this morning. We've been able to find quite a few really nice strawberries. I've been happy with the harvest. Somebody accidentally pulled out a plant. I don't know who did that. We're gonna have to talk to that person later. Oh no. Oh, that's very sad. But anyway, the strawberry harvest has been going really well. The plants have been producing like great, and even better than the strawberries looking good, they have been tasting good. Not that I've been eating many because they're for the customers. We gotta pick them for the customers. Wow, those are some big strawberries. Oh, I saw you hiding on the back side there. Oh, can't get away from me. This is what we've got harvested today when it comes to strawberries. Kind of a light harvest, but we have been picking pretty heavy. Currently, we've been picking the strawberries every 2 to 3 days, and because of that, we have been able to find some beautiful berries. But if we waited a little bit longer, we'd probably get even more. But getting the strawberries picked was our first big job for the day. Now we can move on to some other things. Come on, you gotta come with me. We gotta get some red cabbage for an order, okay? Yeah. All right. I think this is a good spot right here. When it comes to mornings on the farm, there's tons of jobs that need to be taken care of. One big job is making sure all the orders are filled. And to finish off our orders, we do need to run and grab 4 heads of red cabbage. So that's why Ronnie and I came out here. And I don't think it's gonna be that hard to find some red cabbage this morning. We got plenty right here. I got the cabbage, Ronnie, look. Do you see the red cabbage? Yeah, cabbage. You want to go back to Pop-Up?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, tell us.
Yeah, we picked cabbage.
Close that.
You want me to close that?
Yeah.
No problem. Did you like picking the cabbage?
Close that.
I'm going to close it. I got to put my knife away.
Oh.
See?
What?
Now I'll close it.
Okay.
Happy?
Yeah.
High five. Big haul of eggs today. Good job, girls. Wow. Oh, you calm down. almost kicked me in the leg. I understand you're just a baby still, but oh. A big job we had for this morning was getting all of the cattle bed up. As you can see, some of the pens were pretty sloppy, but getting that fresh straw put in there sure does make it look a lot nicer. Hopefully it'll clean up some of these animals. I just want to take a quick moment to talk about something that makes complete sense for us here on the farm and for our family. Well, quite honestly, it makes sense for anybody that has a freezer or a refrigerator full of food. Here on the farm, we have a lot of money sitting inside our refrigerators and freezers. And in this freezer, we have a lot of frozen berries that Grammy will eventually put into pies. And believe me, if we couldn't get our pies, well, that'd be a big problem. Now, during the time of the year that we're currently in, summertime, we can get some pretty nasty storms that roll through, and it will knock out our power. See, losing power for us, it isn't just annoying. It can be the difference between losing hundreds or even thousands of dollars here on the farm. But that's where the Blue Eddy fridge power comes in. This is an ultra slim, smart backup power system designed specifically to keep your refrigerator or freezers running when the power goes out. The fact that it's so easy to use is one of the things I love about it. You don't need to rewire anything. There's no electrical work required at all, which I'm thankful for. Because of its thin size, you can just put it wherever you need it to be. Now, the fridge power is very slim, so it can fit into tight spaces without taking over your kitchen. You can place it horizontally, vertically, or you can even mount it on the wall. It comes with brackets and stuff that you can just mount it directly to the wall behind the fridge. Now, where the fridge power shines for us is the fact that it has an automatic UPS backup with a switching time of 10 milliseconds. So if the power did go out, this thing kicks on so fast that the freezer, the refrigerator, almost doesn't even turn off. So if I reach under here and unplug it, you can see that this thing is still working, and it is working just fine. I gotta plug this back in. Pop-Pop's gonna be in trouble. Now, the fridge power has 1800 watts of continuous output and 3600 watts of peak power. And because it's so powerful and takes up such little space, you can actually take this on the road if you decide to go camping, maybe taking the family in the RV. This would be great to have. Another big advantage that this thing has over gas generators is how quiet it is. Another thing is that you can run it inside without having to worry about hurting yourself or your family. And where it really gets good is with the Blue Eddy app. You can actually check on all of your Blue Eddy products. You really don't realize how valuable everything in your refrigerator and freezer are until you lose them. And with this one growing up and eating so much food, we need to make sure those freezers and refrigerators are full. Now, if you'd like to try out one of these products for yourselves, which I highly recommend, check out the link in the description, and also you can check the pinned comment. One last thing I'd like to say, thank you to Blue Eddy for sponsoring today's video and helping to keep our freezers full so that we can feed this one. As you can see, we've made it out to the fields and we're getting started on harvesting some zucchini. Thankfully, the zucchini has been producing really well, and it has not been that hard to find some beautiful zucchini. Matthew and I got the new zucchini all harvested. We got a few baskets and it looks really nice. While we were picking the new zucchini, Dad and Daniel were working on the older stuff, so they're gonna pick the last two plantings that we have over here. And since there's no more zucchini for us to harvest, Matthew and I are gonna move on to getting the cucumbers picked. Now, we have been having a little bit of an issue with our cucumbers. We've talked about it in previous videos where we've actually been finding mold, and that's due to the amount of moisture that we've been receiving and it just not being dry enough for things to ultimately dry off. Moisture is a big enemy for things like cucumbers, watermelons, where they have a lot of foliage and a lot of blanket. Now, the number one thing to remember is it won't last like that forever. Things have now started to dry off, and because of that, a lot of the new cucumbers that are coming on, they're not having that same issue that we were having before. So thankfully, things have dried off. Hopefully it'll continue to dry off. A lot of people will think that the big issue is the rain, but as a matter of fact, it's the humidity. The humidity has been really bad, and that is what is giving us the issues. But thankfully, things seem to be drying off, not only on the ground, but in the air, and this should help us in the long run. We got a lot of those moldy cucumbers already picked off, but this is just one of the challenges of farming in a year like we're having right now, where it's wet and humid, and it can lead to some problems. We got the zucchini picked, the yellow squash and yellow zucchini. We got the cucumbers harvested, and Daniel even grabbed a few spaghetti squash. That doesn't mean we're done picking though. We're gonna be moving on to the pickling cucumbers now. We need to get these 2 rows completely finished. As we change over from harvesting the regular cucumbers to the pickling cucumbers, you have to kind of change your mindset a little bit. With the cucumbers, you have no problem with them being a little bit larger. But with the pickling cucumbers, we don't want that because they're a little less desirable. They're harder to sell. So we are picking these a little bit harder. And what that means is we're just taking the smaller cucumbers that we can find. The smaller cucumbers that you find when it comes to the pickling cucumbers are very, very desirable. A lot of people will use them for pickling at home. And we've seen some people get some really, really small ones. Usually we won't pick those, but if we do have extras, we know somebody that will take them. You know how I was just talking about those really, really small cucumbers that we don't like to pick? Well, we just got a special order for them, and we can't really say no to this because Grammy's making them for us. So we got a special order from Grammy. She needs some of these smaller pickles. She's gonna be using them for sweet pickles. Now, we don't take orders for these, but you can see that's kind of the size Grammy's looking for, even a little smaller than that, which it's gonna take a long time to get what she needs, but we'll keep looking. As we're picking along this field, we're getting close to a section that has quite a bit of rocks in it. I don't know exactly the reason why there's so many rocks in this section of field, but on this ridge, it seems that there's just tons of shale. Now, the shale does a few things. One, it's hard on equipment, so that's not good. But another thing that it does is it allows for a little better drainage in the soil, and because of that, as we're starting to get closer to this ridge, we're finding a lot less of the mold in our cucumbers. So that's really, really cool. It's one of those things that you have to deal with. You know, it's hard on the equipment. It can be a little difficult when you're planting, but a lot of the stuff that we grow seems to do really well, especially when there's a lot of shale. Now, it's not ideal. I know a lot of people like to talk about the rocks that we have in our field, but the shale has actually protected a good section of this crop, and it's one of the reasons why we're able to get really nice cucumbers in this little area, even though a lot of the other cucumbers are being affected by the extra moisture and the extra humidity. So there's a little bit of give and there's a little bit of take when it comes to some of the fields that you have to farm. This specific farm we're at, the home farm, it just seems that there's more rocks here. And we have to deal with that one way or another. But thankfully, it has been helping out the crops that we've got here quite a bit. All the extra moisture could lead to a lot of problems, but it also is saving our pickling cucumbers from being lost to mold. You can see these small ones here. We ran out of time for the morning, so we were gonna stop picking. We're just about finished off with our pickling cucumbers, but we got the call that it is lunchtime, so we're gonna be heading back to the farm to get something to eat. Just made it in for lunch. It looks like we are having hot dogs and mac and cheese for lunch. Now that sounds good.
No, I think it starts like 1.
We got everything all cleaned up. We got the cucumbers ran through the washer, and we just gave the pickles a quick bath. And everything's gonna go down in the farm market into the cooler. Oh my, look at this here, Dad. That is a big boy ear. Wow. We have to get a lot of sweet corn picked this afternoon, so we came over to our new patch of sweet corn over on the hill. I think this is where we're gonna be picking next because the corn looks absolutely phenomenal. And this makes us feel good because the way that we plant our sweet corn, the patches bumped up right against each other, just the way we like it to. So this is very, very good news for us. And I think this is where we're gonna be picking our sweet corn next. That's some good corn. We went back home, we got our tractor, we got our truck with a few bins. And this just gives you an idea of what we're gonna be able to find in here. My goodness, some of these ears are massive. It's like picking through a jungle. I can barely get through. 100. Okay, it's full. We got our sweet corn harvested, some absolutely beautiful ears, and it's time to get this stuff back to the farm market. We came out to get the rest of the pickling cucumbers picked. We got that done. Then we got like 350, 400 ears of white corn for an order. And while I was walking back, I found this big boy. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful looking watermelon. I brought that watermelon home. I haven't opened it up yet. I'm really excited about it. I just got too much stuff going on at the moment. We're trying to get some fertilizer spread on our last planting of cold crop because we need to get it cultivated today. So once we get the last of the fertilizer put on, I'm gonna run out and cultivate it. That's as full as you can get it. Everything's going really smoothly when it comes to cultivating. We're getting all those weeds broken up. We're getting that hard earth broken up so that these roots can expand a little bit more and some moisture can be absorbed down in. And what's nice is as I'm cultivating, I'm also working all this fertilizer that we just spread into the soil. So this job I'm doing at the moment, it's a very, very important one, and it's gonna save us a lot of headaches and it's gonna give us a bigger crop. Just got finished with cultivating. I also cultivated some green beans that we're gonna be able to harvest very, very soon. I had some grass coming up in the green beans, but overall I think the cole crops look absolutely beautiful. The green beans look good, and I am starting to get tired for the day. Oh man, I just came inside the house and look who's here. It's my buddy Ronnie. Did you have a good day? Oh, well, I guess it's time for the work day to be over. Since my hat is off and I'm about to get my shoes off, that means this is where I'm gonna end the video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.